Arm's an intellectual property company. We design the technology that goes into chips that are then manufactured. We don't do any manufacturing. It's just all intellectual property.
So it's a company that not a lot of people have heard of, and yet everyone uses all of the time.
We are the invisible presence. You don't really know that we're in there.
So we're best known for being in mobile phones, but actually we're in 3/4 of car airbags. We're in braking systems. We are in credit cards, washing machines. In fact, if you walk around your house, you'd probably find 30, 40 examples of Arm products embedded in the things that you use around the home.
We're a global company. We have about 3,500 people.
Arm has a very diverse workforce in that we hire people from all over the world.
Our employees here are very, very technical. Some of the most intelligent people probably in the country or world. They have very strong backgrounds in computer science, engineering, and generally can really pick into code and really go down deep. They have very strong attention to detail. They will be looking for all the problems that need to fix code to make things work. I would say probably at least 70% of our employees are higher on the spectrum, but it's because they have such good attention to detail that makes them great engineers. The 70% figure, it is more down to the fact that as an industry, we generally find that is the case. Certainly at universities, they also say that coming out of the subjects that we generally take people from, so the computer science, the engineering.
The people that are on the spectrum, certainly in my experience, make exceptional software engineers.
When people apply for jobs here, we generally don't know whether they are on the spectrum. Some people are very open, so interview stage will actually openly say, whereas others don't. They don't want to kind of say. And again, if we don't need to know about it, there's no reason for us to ask or go into it, because at the end of the day, they're doing a job.
When a company is quite small, I think you can look at each individual employee and understand them and work with them. As a company gets much bigger, it's necessary to really understand the workforce in perhaps a slightly different way. You need to put in systems that actually accommodate different styles of working, different groups within the workforce.
To help with the spectrum and recognising people and their needs, we do offer things like stress risk assessments. And we're not saying that person's stressed, but there could be areas that are stressing them in their life. So it could be, don't like big gatherings, don't like big team meetings, the timekeeping, just so that we can support them more, just because there are things in place that we can offer. One of the small things that we've done to help people on the autism spectrum has been to work on the teamwork and being able to speak up in meetings. When people are up front and do tell me about their condition, I do actually try and encourage them to be somebody that other people could go to. We have a buddy system in place anyway at Arm.
The relationship with Red to Green developed because we do have quite a lot of people working here on the autistic spectrum. We always look for organisations where we can offer something and they can offer something to us, because it builds a stronger relationship.
I have to say, Red to Green have been the biggest help ever. Where we've been going, oh, what do we do now? They've said, well, actually, how about we come in and do a workplace assessment, or we come in and meet with the employee. So they have just offered so much help and support.
We recognise that there's probably more that we can learn about this and more that we can do to support our people. So we're keen to do that, as well as keen to support a local charity that works in this space.
They have actually trained us up how to recognise and how to support. I now have done train the trainer as well, so I can train managers and other HR employees to actually be able to do exactly the same. There are challenges to employing people on the spectrum. There's a more management time, say HR time, not always, but in some cases, just because they do need some more coaching, mentoring and help. But what we get out is an amazing employee, can solve problems that maybe other people have been struggling on for a lot longer. It's sometimes hard for people to talk about personal problems, conditions, but if you're open and honest with them and they can be open and honest with you, you can make things work and really see the true potential of somebody, and then to get that potential out, is just amazing. And I think that other big companies don't really necessarily see it. They just think, oh, management headache. But no, not at all. You just need to work and make sure you put things in place to help them.
I have worked personally with a number of people on the spectrum who are quite brilliant and often able to look at problems and solve problems in ways that perhaps other people wouldn't. They have a different way of thinking, a different way of looking at things. So that really brings a lot of value to the business and a lot of value to the team, to have a colleague who is able to look at things in a different way. So if you balance that against the fact that you sometimes maybe need to manage that person differently or communicate slightly, modify your communications, understand them really, the benefit far outweighs any kind of minor issue that there might be in working with someone on the spectrum.
It's crucial that we have employees on the autism spectrum. We're an intellectual property company, and it is all about people's minds. It's the minds that go into this intellectual property. They just provide such brains into it, and without them, we wouldn't be where we are today.